So Donald Trump has announced that he is appointing Fox News host Janine Pirro as an interim US Attorney General. So President Trump has announced that he's casting yet another Fox News host for a top position in his administration. Trump announced on Thursday that the host of the Fox News show The Five is to serve as interim US Attorney for the District of Columbia. She is the 23rd. Let me say that one more time. She is the 23rd former Fox News employee to date that Trump has picked for a high ranking federal position in his second term alone. So 23 high ranking former Fox News employees are now high ranking people in Trump's second administration alone. Insane, if I do say so myself. Trump, who is famously obsessed with Fox News and the boomer slop that they put out, it's no surprise that many of their alumni are now getting and occupying positions in all areas of the US government. Pirro herself has emerged as one of Trump's most notable sycophants, once describing the president as, quote, a nonstop, never give up, no holds barred version of the speed of light, end quote. The speed of light, nonstop speed of light, that describes Trump, according to Miss Pirro here. She is also, of course, an election denier, being an ardent pusher of the theory that Trump never lost the 2020 election. Big shocker there. She, like other Fox News appointments, such as Pete Hegseth and Don Bongino, were very low-ranking levels of what of their former positions. So Pete Hegseth was a low-ranking military member and Dan Bongino was a low-ranking law enforcement members, have now found themselves at the highest-ranking positions of their organizations, such as Hegseth. He's the Secretary of Defense, and Bongino's the Deputy Director of the FBI. These low-ranking people, all of themselves, find themselves at the highest-ranking positions there are. Now, how did they get there? Well, they both, like Pirro, had failed runs for Republican office. Pirro had a landmark blowout defeat in 2005 after she had been a prosecutor for a few years. And then, like Bongino, like Hegseth, after getting blown out of their Republican office race, after being low ranking military people, law enforcement, prosecutors, they would go on to become what? Fox News hosts. And after they made a name as not being members of the military, Hegseth did not make his name from being a high ranking or respected military leader. Bongino did not make his name from being a well respected law enforcement officer, just like Pirro did not make her name from being a well respected or accomplished prosecutor. They made their names after losing elections as Fox News hosts, Fox News propaganda speakers that Trump is obsessed with. So now, where do we find them that Trump's in power? We find them at the highest ranking positions possible, of course. And what results from having unqualified, dumb freaks like a Fox News host leading the country? Well, scandal, drama, all of that results as we're seeing now. So let's look at Mr. Hegseth, Big Pete. He's been plagued with scandal around his dysfunctional management of the Pentagon and his illegal handling of confidential military information. The same illegally handling that if it was Hillary or any Democrat, Republicans would be asking for their heads. Adding a journalist to a group chat discussing war practices, oh, it was an honest mistake. He was sucked in, according to him. He was sucked into it. Can't make it up. And Bongino, Mr. Bongino, has been under fire by the MAGA base itself because he refuses to address their actual issues that they want addressed, such as the Epstein situation that we all know is never going to be truly released because Epstein literally called Trump his best friend. And we might get into that later. I plan to do a whole long segment on Epstein, Trump, Elon Musk. It's all connected. Peter Thiel, All these major prominent actors of the Trump administration, even Pam Bondi was the attorney general of Florida when Epstein was first arrested. He got a sweetheart deal. Alex Acosta from Trump's first term. It's all connected, and I'm gonna do a deep dive on it, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, Bongino, the whole FBI is being attacked for not addressing Epstein, which they said day one they would release the files. Of course they didn't. They had the libs of TikTok guys come out and put out some BS stuff that was already released because they take the American people, more specifically though, they take the Trump supporter as suckers, and they know they can lie to them, they can play games with them, and they will still slop it up and vote for them election after election. And so you can't blame them for that. But we're not trying to win over Trump supporters. We're going to try to win over everybody else, everybody that has a brain and is excited to use it. And we see this for what it is. We're seeing what happens when you have unqualified people. We can only wait to see what's going to happen with Pirro and what hole she's going to dig herself in as attorney for District of Columbia. But ultimately, all this is a slap in the face to anyone that has actually worked their way up to the positions they are in now. Um, it's just a slap in the face. Unqualified people getting to the highest levels, all because they were on the right fucking TV network. Come on. But I thought Republicans were the one that were begging for a meritocracy, right?